Peace, peace, peace. What's up, everyone? This is Brian Life. My mic is close, finally. My bed is messed up, so the background's blurry. Now, I draw on the monitor. You can't see this, but so if the camera wiggles, that's my bad. So I'm working in DZine.ai, design.ai. That's DZine.ai. It's amazing. It has everything you want. You don't have to install nothing. You just sign in online and you're inside Design, and they have all the advanced AI tools that are on the market right now, all in one place. Creative, completely new concepts, new uh, generations, and things that you can conjure up, image to video, image to image, text to image, all kinds of things. So, right here, I wanted to show you, like, for instance, they also just had a new innovative tool, which is hand correction. Okay, getting rid of some of these sneakers. So I have this girl here. She's kind of blurry. She's a generated image off of a trained AI that I created, a custom AI, and the hand was not that good. So when it first came in, not from design, but from a different AI uh, application, it gave me, I think that might even be six, no, eight. One, two, three, four. Yeah, six fingers. So obviously that's not good. Well, Design has an amazing new feature called hand repair. And you just select the layer. You bring in the image, you select your layer. Excuse me for a second. So I'm on my layer. And, there's these different sections, but what we're going to go into is AI editor over here. And over here, there's just about, five tools in here. There's a generative expand, so you can expand your art to the right and left if you wanted. You can insert an object. That's where we have the sneaker here. I'm inserting literally a sneaker, a brand new sneaker. I mean, I'll turn it on. See, boom. And the way the insert object is, look, it's based off of a regular sneaker from the side. Like, not even a sneaker that's in perspective. It was a profile of a sneaker right here. Okay. And I brought that in, and Design knows how to put the sneaker in the correct perspective with shadow and everything and blends it in with your scene, and it'll fit it to your character. Now, it did have difficulty trying to do the second shoe, which is a little bit hard to understand, and even the first AI rendering wasn't the greatest. This shoe looks great. This shoe does not. It's not the same soles. I could go in there and hand paint everything, but I said, let me try out their insert object. But back to the six fingers. Look at this. We have a brand new hand. Oh, is that hand not so? That hand's okay, right? There's another version. So, what you would do in this case, where I have the six fingers, I go into AI editor, and they have this brand new tool inside of design.ai where it's called hand repair. And it's so simple. All you do is you click on it, and then you lasso select or you brush select, or you can auto select the hand. I've never tried that. Why not now? I'm going to click on the hand and see if it'll auto select just the hand. All right, it auto selected the body, so that's something probably good for other reasons, and it's amazing that it did select that. But what we're going to do is just brush it on. All I did was just little quick rough outline, and then all you do is you just click generate. And in the results section, you will have two versions that it'll give you. This one has some sharp nails, this one has more of a realistic hand. Earlier, I got this where the pinky was a little bit spread apart. It looked good, but it was a little too long. This hand looks amazing. And it even has, she's a Latina, and it even has the Latin skin tones, and it understood the ethnicity of this woman without me typing any words or anything. All I did was select the area and it gave me a brand new hand. Amazing. So I can end this video right here, but I wanted to also show you, which I think I will have to do little clips because I could go on forever, right? So we had that hand. Um, that's good. I had it on a full on layer, right? And it always goes to the top. So after something gets rendered, if you click it twice, it's going to go to the top. It's going to take everything that's on the canvas with the new feature and it's its own layer. I don't really necessarily want that. What I do want is just the hand. So what do? Inside of image to image, you just have to click off the layer and then you click back on. It's getting a little bit confused. Sorry. So image to image layers. Hmm. Okay. I just sometimes it gets a little bit sticky right there. But what I wanted to do is select that layer. I'm just trying to show you what I did to get the hand by itself. That went too quick. So while I'm in that layer, up at the top, they have all these different tools. Select AI erase, hand repair, right from the top, facial expression, which is incredible. I mean, I can do another video, but you could basically open her eyes, turn her head, make her smile, all kinds of things. But basically, what I wanted to do was you click on select, you go in here, and it's sort of like you're in this little workshop area of the layer, right? And all I'm going to do is select an area, click duplicate. I could delete it, I could erase it, and it's going to try to blend it in with the clothing. I could edit it. I don't really know what that does. Oh, I could just type in different things in that area what I want. Possibly I could type in hand, but back to what I was saying. Let me click out of that. All I really wanted to do was lasso. Sorry, I went into edit, so it kind of like it took me in a different route. But what I want to do is you select the area. I'm just trying to show you. I know it's basically easy. You just select it and then you click duplicate. Okay, boop. Now it's on its own layer by itself. Now I can shut off that layer with all the other stuff. And now the hand is by itself. You see, you can move it around, blah, blah, blah. I could turn up and down the opacity, but I just want that to be on its own layer because that's just what I want. Now, what I did was I did this shoe inside of DZine. Okay. The first attempt at a shoe was good, but it wasn't. These are like other types of shoes for a different character. These were two versions, right? So this has two stripes. I wish I could zoom in, but basically I can't. This is correct as far as perspective goes, like where I want it to be, right? I'll click it twice. It's going to bring it to the top of the layer stack. And why not click this layer, turn it on. You can right click and then say bring to front. So the first sneaker is good, but as you could see, there's the hole, right? Where the ankle and the foot goes in. So DZine did not necessarily give me the ankle inserted into the foot, into the shoe. So I did another version where I actually typed that in and I wrote, I typed in ankle inside of shoe, in the foreground, sneaker in the foreground. I'm gonna have to show you how to do this insert object really quick. But so this is, I like this. Now, obviously, it looks a little bit cut and paste, like not so good, right? So I could erase things, like clean it up, but I'm gonna exit that. I think what I want to do is, I may have to merge these down. They may have to be one. But what I would do is, since I can't really do this here because it's going to only look at that layer, but I can go from AI editor, local edit, and then I could just select this area and blend it and basically just type in, like ankle inserted into sneaker. Let me say red sneaker, um, jogging pants. Okay, I believe it's going to merge these in a good way and sort of fix that joint. So, image is going to be exactly what's on the canvas, pretty much. It's going to smooth it out, but it's going to stay very close. Balanced is going to utilize the text and then also what's on the canvas, but it's going to be like a kind of good balance right in between AI making it up and also what's already there on the canvas. Prompt is going to only rely heavily on the prompt. Now, style here is, do I want it realistic? Do I want it to be cartoony, outlined like a pen and ink? It's literally going to turn that into a drawing, a pen and ink drawing. And then I can have the intensity of the style. Obviously, we'd like it to be realistic, right? So realistic and balanced. And I'm going to click generate. Now, hopefully, what it's going to do is create an ankle inserted into a red sneaker with jogging pants. Although I shouldn't have put jogging pants because I do want the ankle. And I could have also wrote more, typed in better prompts like, um, tan skin or something like that. But let's see. Let's see if design will give us something that's good. So it's working on it. It's starting to kind of look like a hand inside of a shoe. This one has a tongue. Let's click this one twice. Okay, I'm going to show you, this is without and this is with. It's pretty good. It does look a little veiny. It did a decent job. And I'm just going to shut that off and I'm going to try it again. But this time I'm going to type in tan skin, ankle, tan skin, and then insert it into red sneaker. Red, I'll even say Adidas. Okay, I didn't have to say sneaker twice. And then what was the other thing? So this time I want to click on image, and I'm just gonna hope that it looks at the image and just kind of cleans it up. So this is going to, I'll read it right here. Select which source of guidance is more important for the marked area. Is the image that's on the canvas more important? Is balanced, or is the prompt, what I wrote, more important? I still think the balanced is more important, but we got to check out what these results are because I don't want it to go too far away from the sneaker with the ankle. And pardon me, I only had a few hours sleep and I'm feeling a little under the weather today. Like my man Ron, shouts to UFD. I hope you feel better, Ron. Today is April 20th. No, April 15th, excuse me, tax day. So, anyway, so the image really stuck close to the image. Now, I gotta make sure that I didn't have that new version turned on. No, I didn't. But now that I just turned it on, it does deselect. So let's look at these results. These last results were balanced. The first results were image, so it's like very close to the image. I do like this third one. You know, um, those different numbers, one, two, three, four. Balance. Whoa, that's completely wrong. Okay, this one looks good. This one's really good. It does have the Adidas symbol. It's really trying. It's doing a good job. Like I gotta say, like, okay, so This is kind of a fisheye lens, and her foot's superimposed in front. There's a lot going on. Oh, let me get rid of these 6 fingers, right? We definitely want that to be good. Sorry about that. Boom, and DZine gave us that hand. Now that shoe's looking great. Okay, so I took the liberty of painting a second shoe inside of Photoshop. Pretty quick. It's not great. I didn't do the best perspective. It still seems wrong. Something's not, accurate about it. But I'm hoping that design will understand that this is the red sneaker and the white stripes and the sole and it's sitting under the thigh. So let's check. Let's hope that it works. If it doesn't, then this is just a very complicated pretzel, pose. And I don't blame AI if it's a little confused on what is going on here. Because as you can see, these other results from earlier, see how these shoes are just tucked underneath in a bad way, right? So it's kind of like it doesn't really know which way the shoe is posed. So that's why I took the time to kind of draw in a sneaker on top of a nut, on top of the older sneaker. And let's see. Okay, so I'm going to select um, that area, and we're inside a AI editor, and then we're inside of insert object. Now I already have the sneaker pulled up, and it's a profile. It's amazing. Watch, it's going to put it in perspective. Oh, by the way, it's best to select the area accurately is best. Roughly, like just give a little bit of an outside edge. If you make it too big, it's going to give me a huge sneaker, right? We don't want that. So we kind of just want a nice area, but it doesn't have to be perfect. But we do somewhat want it to fit. So sneaker, maroon, red campus sneaker with red laces, white soles, 3 stripes. Sneaker is in perspective, uh, under thigh. Man, I'm terrible at spelling. Resting on side. She is sitting halfway on the sneaker. I hope that'll be, and that's her right on the right, resting. Sorry, excuse me, I need some sleep actually. I know I'm a little slow right here. So, resting on the right. Mm, I don't think I need to type too many things. Let's just hope that it's going to look at what we got and give us a version. And we can always do a few different renditions, but this is kind of how amazing DZine AI will take a profile picture of a sneaker and put it in perspective and fit it as best as it can. You may have to do a little bit of editing inside of Photoshop or some other, and you can export a Photoshop file with layers. So all these different layers will be a PSD. So this takes about, I'd say, a minute. And this first one didn't come out good, but look at this. This one came out decent. It's not great. Let's go look at it. It's okay. It's pretty damn well done. Almost better than mine, right? Medium rare. So let's try this again. And then maybe I have to make a broader brush, like a larger space. Okay. And then resting, hold on, under thigh, resting on side. I feel like I want to take out a few words here. So Adidas sneaker, maroon, red campus, Adidas, maroon. I'm going to take out the 2 sneaker words with red laces. I'll just take out with, and then white soles, resting on side. Click generate, and oh, cool. They actually let you open up the space to type. I love design. It's really amazing how everything's laid out. Look at this. They give you shouts to Grammarly. You should sponsor me. Save my life because I can't spell. So look, I just click those little arrows and then I get to type in here and then I click yes. I think it's 150 words you could put. So, within 72%, it's 74%, almost done. Sun's going down. I'm going to try to finish this up. Happy Taco Tuesday. Okay, so it gave us some bad sneakers because, it doesn't know because of the area. So again, it is important to have the correct, excuse me, pose of the sneaker as best as possible. Selected area, it doesn't have to be like crisp, clean, but tight enough to where the sneaker, I think, so the AI can understand that we're going to lay it down and it's facing towards us because it gave us kind of this like side sneaker, which is not what we want. Now, this red sneaker, on the website, there are other perspectives. Maybe I would want to get a version of the sneaker that's facing forward just to help. But as you could see, it really did a good job anyway with laying this one down. So I think it's just a matter of a few tries, just trying a few attempts and eventually you'll get it. And it takes a minute. So it's done right now, 99% done. It's coming in, the results coming in. Here we go, jackpot. Boom. Too many stripes. And then that one's the bad side. Okay, what I'm going to do is use this. I'm going to use this that's already there. Let's see if it gives us a better sneaker based off of the one that was already there. So now it's more clues on what to do with this red sneaker with three stripes. Because I just thought of that. Aha moment. Now, my selection was a little loose. So while that's running, in the background on the server. I can deselect, I can start move, I can do anything other processes I want, and then the results are going to start processing. You can keep working. You can, as it's running under the hood, it's all good. No need to knock on wood. Okay, we're almost done. So I did a tighter selection, and I'm going to click it one more time. And let's see this result. This one's cool. It's funny that it keeps giving us the side one. But this one's got too many stripes. This one has the three stripes, but it's a little twisted. It's not that accurate. So I could go out on here online. So red Adidas campus sneakers. Now I'm gonna get all these ads on IG, and it's just gonna be so annoying. And any other social media, it's just gonna give me tons of ads. Oh, look at this, a little 3D sneaker. Come on, 360. Let's go. Okay, how do I go there? Oh, that's like a little kid sneaker. Hmm. Well, there are a lot of different views. I just can't. This is a tough pose. I'm not mad at design for trying. It's getting it close. I actually have a pair of red sneakers right now. I have these. This is why. This is my favorite pair of sneakers. You want to see? Here we go. My favorite pair of sneakers. Boom. I got them right here. So I could take a photo, probably fit it, and then re-render it using their image to image AI. So I could, like, in your perspective, if this is her, I could basically put it resting, resting bitch face, and then I could take the picture and then I could bring it into design, fit it, and then re-render it with probably insert object, and it's going to be a little more accurate. Now we're getting a little more technical and blah blah blah. I really would love to just see if we can keep trying. We're very close. I'm just doing this by mouse in it. I have a Wacom pen. Shouts to Wacom. You should sponsor me. I've been using your products for 25, 28 years, and I'm a very skilled artist. I'll shout you out. What's up, Wacom? Brian Life, market product placement. So let me see. Maybe we could just word this better. Three stripes. Sneaker is under. I won't put perspective. Under thigh, resting on its side, facing front. Maybe that's all it needed, just better description. So the AI will understand that I'm trying to get this shoe facing out at us. And again, like I could take a quick photo, get it in perspective, throw it into Photoshop, toss it in here, re-render it. But I was just trying to see if we could try to get this scene going. But while we're at it, check out this, right? If I click on this layer, well, yeah, if I click on this layer and I select the face, check this out. AI editor, um, face kit, face repair, face swap. We could totally swap the face. Um, I'll face swap. Why not? I mean, my girls all have this similar character anyway. It's like the same girl because it's all an AI that's trained on like the aesthetics and features that are ideal to me in a sense. So here goes face swap just to show you. I mean, why not, right? So there's so many things inside of design that you're gonna love. So face kit, and then while that's running in the back, we can also expression, right? It's crazy. It's amazing. So it sees the face. Look at this. Open eyes, right? Now, it's a very blurry picture in the first place. So I don't blame it that it doesn't really know what to, open lips. Let's try that. See how it just opened the lips. I'm going to close the lips back to how it was. That was closed lips. And then I'm going to open the lips. Watch. Ready? Open lips. She's talking on the phone. Now, it is terribly blurry, isn't it? Watch this. DZine AI has an amazing feature called enhance upscale. Okay, but first I'm sorry, I just want to go back to the sneaker to make sure that we get that going. This one was better, so we're just gonna kind of like, hmm. Oh, it's giving us this complete face swap. I forgot about the face swap. So I brought it, that was done. Boom, four versions, right? So this is the different versions. I'll click on this twice and show you. Boom. That's like one of the faces, right? So this is the old face, new face swap. You can have a realistic person, you can have a celebrity, you can have anybody you know. You can face swap pretty quick. That's too different for me. I do like this girl right here, how her face looks. So what I will do is I guess we'll get back to the shoe later. Click enhance. Now, enhance has a few features. Portrait is going to make you know, it's going to respect the portrait that's already there, the face that's already there. Default is going to probably change the face, give details to the clothing, all these other things are going to be very realistic, but we do want to stick to this face. Standard, we'll just click standard, boom. It's going to take this whole image and it's going to analyze it and just detail it, refine it, make it less blurry. Now let's check out creative. I have no idea. So since I clicked portrait, it's going to try its best to respect the face that's already there, the hair, ethnicity, everything like that. Now, if I click default, default's different. It's going to not necessarily think of it as like a particular person and the characteristics of this person, but it's going to look at the overall image. And default has like light, smooth, balanced, and detailed, which is going to be very like crispy, HDRI. Everything's going to have texture and all kinds of shit. I'm just going to click detailed just so you can see. But I'd really like to light, so I'm going to try light. Okay, let's check out some of these results. I'm going to it's kind of hard, it doesn't really show it very big. So I'm going to click this twice and boom, so again, this image is very blurry in the first place, right? It's not it's very low res, but it did give us a crisp, detailed version. It stuck to the face. I don't think it did a great job as far as the nose and the eye and things like that, but we can get back to that. But what it did do is like refine the hands and all the cloth, right? So this is the blurry version, and then this is like kind of, you got knuckles and things like that. So that was not that great, but let's see what else we got. So that was portrait, and it was portrait standard. Let's see what portrait creative is. And if you ever forget what you had, you will look here in information. So this is portrait creative, okay? And it upscaled it to 2048. Well, I don't think it upscaled it actually, but this is what it was. My image was just terribly blurry, I guess, for some reason. I brought in a very terrible image. All right, so it does define it, but it's not soft but it's more realistic and definitely refined, right? Like look at this background. If we just look at other objects, not the human, um, this is without, very blurry, and then this is like the enhanced. So it's called enhance and upscale. And that was portrait creative. So what it did was kind of like look at the portrait and it just got a little bit creative with it, off, on. Now, this one's going to be funny. This is completely different. So we got default detailed. Ready? This is going to be a whole different girl. It's not going to respect the portrait, but it is going to be very HDRI detailed. You see the hands and the wrinkles on the fingers, and you got the Adidas. It actually recreated the Adidas sneaker a little better than the first version. Look at that. Maybe I might just want to use this detail version, but I'm probably going to go with default, light, or smooth. So let's try smooth. And that's going to run in the background. All I do is click generate and it's running in the background. Now, the cloth and everything is amazing, but as I said, it changed the face. It kind of completely like redoes this whole thing and makes a whole new person. It even does the technology or the aesthetics of the industrial design, and it kind of gives a new design shapes. It just really reinterprets what's here, even her hair. So, I mean, look at that. So, this is the old hair, new hair. So it's amazing, it's really, but it's a little too much. It's detailed. It's called detailed. Some people like that stuff. Me, not so much. I don't really want it. I want smooth or light. So let's look at default light. Beautiful. All right. This looks a lot more like my model. It still kind of loses her cute little Latina look, but you know, but it does give, look at this beautiful hair. Look at this beautiful curly hair. Look at the details. The clothing, even like these designs on the chest, get a little more refined. The zipper off, on, the background. Look at this street pole off, on. So you could see that it's just amazing. So the sneakers actually are kind of something we might want to keep off, on. All right. Definitely feeling like the sneakers are starting to work. So that's light. Now, I could just roll with that. I do feel like I wish her face looked still, like my girl. I really like how the older face looked. So, you can turn down the opacity if you really wanted to just give like a 50%, something like that. What I think I'll probably do is there's another software that I use. Shout out to Topaz. I'm not gonna hide that. I love Topaz. Gigapixel, I think it's called, and that does a really good job of re-enhancing what's low quality. And I think the enhance right here inside of design is amazing too. But I'm trying to find this balance, and I don't want to lose her characteristics. But the portrait didn't really work for me. So the clothing, amazing. The building, look at the building in the background. Um, this building, right? This is with the enhance on. This is with enhance off. I mean, it redrew the whole building, like unbelievable. So the hand is perfect. Like, I mean, almost. The thumb is slightly off, but so there is like a soft nuance that I do like about the original. And this is where I would go into Photoshop and I would use masks and I would like sort of erase and lightly show some, hide some, and balance it out from my artistic eye. And that's how I would go about it. Um, this is not good. This was, I forget, crispy. Basically, it was portrait, creative portrait. Let's see. I'm not sure if there's another thing that we may have overlooked yet. So define portrait, standard. Yeah, I just I'll try it again. Maybe I just feel like it's gonna still change the face too much. Excuse me. This one's interesting. What's this? Default smooth. Whoa, look at that. It gave polka dots. I mean, it gave all these cars in the background. Look at this. Polka dots, like sky, clouds, rays, God rays in the sun. Um, Big ass van, multiplex van. Look at that long ass stretch limo. Oh, it was a bridge, but it turned it into a van. But look at this building. Look how good that building is. Wow. Okay. Oh my God. Wow. All right. It really like refined the sneakers in an amazing way. It's not Adidas Campus, but it's a really good. Look at this hand. Now she's married. Yo. Whoa. All right, I'm blown away. Reflective. She's got some some Apple Ray glasses on, whatever you call them, the Vision. Apple Vision 2020. No, no, 2030. But, so it turns it into a European girl. I can't type in words like, ethnicities and things, but, it's amazing. Like, it really, look at the cloth, look at the zipper. This is how it was. So, wow. I mean, Blown away by that. And that was default smooth, enhanced strength was smooth. I mean, it gave all these polka dots. Like, I don't even know what to say. Like, look at the hair. Look at the hair. Okay, this is the old hair. Look at the new hair. Incredible. That's a toss up right there. But like, so what I would do is take these layers, bring them into Photoshop, erase, mask out, leave some parts, hand paint some parts. Since I like my girl's face so much, I would, and how her eyes are up and she's pleasant. She's like all cute and pleasant on her phone. There's something about these characteristics. This is one of my most blurriest. Like, I'm really surprised how blurry she is. Um, you know, I'll just quickly show you one of my other girls, Mecha Warrior. You know, they're definitely, more crisp, like details wise. You know, I went in there and I painted the eyebrows, the eyes, some things like that. Anyway, um, oh, the hand. Oh my God, this hand. Oh, this is me in Photoshop. So close that. Go back out here to design. What can I do? Well, the hand's good. I love some of these details. This one's way too crisp. I'm feeling the smooth. Excuse me, something's in my eye. All right, I want to close up this video. We're still running off of this one layer. Standard, smooth. Oh, I did a version. So the last version was portrait standard, and I just ran it a second time. First time, maybe it's going to be exact. I don't know. And this is what it gave me. I'm going to shut it off, off, on. It's good, but it does turn it more into like kind of 2D. Her eyebrows I don't like. It almost turns it into like a graphic, like a poster art or something like that. Um, yeah, so portrait standard is not working for me. And I will shut that. Actually, I will just delete that. And one more time, I'm going to go default light. Because the last one, default smooth, is that detailed, like crazy crispy one. Default balanced. Did I do that? No. I don't know. I didn't do balanced. I don't know what balance is going to do. I'm sure I guess, just going to give us a balance between probably what's here and detailed. You would think detailed smooth is going to not give us all that high detail. Hmm. I don't know. I just cut my nails and I have a little hang nail or hang skin. Excuse me. I'm only human. All right, this video is way too long, but shouts to DZine AI. As you can see, I fixed the hand with their new feature called hand repair. I inserted an object, which was these sneakers. I put them in, and it's looking great. I can add a little bit of shadow right there, fix the stripes on her jogging pants, and we're waiting for this last result. Well, I guess I clicked it twice. So, in this last result on the enhance was actually I didn't click it twice. So one is smooth, one is light, and one is balanced. So the first one that's coming up is light, and the last one is balanced. Maybe balanced might be the challenge, the answer to our woes. I like light so far from far away. Default light. I'm gonna go back. Oh, I don't know. You know what? Portrait light? No, no, default light. looks good to me. Okay, I mean, yes, it did change her features slightly. Like she still kind of starting to get like more of a European, Eastern European, well, I don't know what European look, but it's still nice, you know. It's still not too far off. Like the hair is not crazy wild. It's got a little bit of leaves in the background. Look at these leaves on the ground. It's it's got defined graffiti on the wall. Some God rays. We still got the buildings looking normal enough. I like this, and I think I could just go hand paint her features back to where it's like kind of cute the way puffy lips and just the eyebrows up. Because this one she gets a little more serious, like concerned, like she's on the phone and there's a serious. I mean, she's not even on a phone, but I could insert a phone, I'm sure, with insert object. But anyway, okay, I'm gonna close up this video. The last one is balanced, and we're gonna take a look at that. So I click balance. Balanced gives us this sort of new headband, definitely more detailed. Oh, I like all this like lint. The fingers look pretty good. They still have more of a Caucasian, like, European woman's, Italian woman's fingers. Thick, actually. Sneakers look great. I would just take away these little holes because uh, the campus, Adidas campus, do not have holes like air vents. But this perspective of this sneaker looks great. Um, the background, sun, the cars driving away, this new car over here looks awesome. Looks way better. So yeah, I like the balanced, and I would just erase some little bits and give a good balance, my own balance. Thanks to DZine AI for an incredible like reinterpretation and enhancement. I mean, some people would just be very happy with how that came out. I still got to work my little nuances in there, but look at that. We got brand new sneakers, new hand, crispy details, and God rays. All right. Thanks for watching. This is Brian Life working in DZine.ai, 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 and this is LIFE. And go get some UFD, Unicorn Fart Dust. Peace. Much love.